Yo, what's happening? What up, my people? So, this is my Creed Green Irish Tweed review. It's a fragrance that I've been looking forward to, and I did my first impressions. I wasn't too impressed with it on my first impressions, but I had the chance to live with it today. I put it on like around noon today, and it's almost midnight, so it's been about 12 hours. If I go directly to my wrist, I can still smell it pretty good. But do I still smell it? Is it still performing? Nah. It has a pretty good performance. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Like about maybe a 5-hour window where it performs good. Then after that, you can still smell it here and there, but it's like a ghost. or a faint shadow or something. Like, you might catch a little glimpse of it here and there, but it's not really performing or something. But let me give you a little personals about the fragrance. Green Irish Tweed by Creed is a classic foyer fragrance, one of the signature scents of the House of Creed. This walk through the Irish countrywide. It says countrywide. I would assume it means countryside. I don't know. Is a favorite of many celebrities. The fragrance is rich, fresh, sporty, and unforgettable. Green Irish Tweed opens with top notes of iris and lemon verbena. The middle notes include violet leaves. The base notes are ambergris and Mysore sandalwood. Green Irish Tweed was launched in 1985. The nose behind the fragrance is Olivier Creed, 6th generation. So 1985, shit, it's been out a while. So that makes me a little bit more impressed with the fragrance. Like, they have a lot of the key fragrances and stuff now. A lot of stuff has been in the past few years. Like, fragrances have changed, and stuff that was in back in the days isn't necessarily in now. For this to last that long, from 1985, and that bitch is still ticking, I gotta give it some props. You know, I guess it's a classic fragrance. That's a lot of years. I didn't like it on first impressions, man. It did what it was supposed to do. I thought of like woods and sticks and stuff like that. Pine needles. It gave me that kind of feel to it. But living with it for the day and having it on my skin and moving around, it is better than I thought that it was. Because once your body heat and stuff really gets into it, it becomes a better fragrance. It doesn't necessarily sweeten up that much. It's not a sweet fragrance, but it becomes a more fresh fragrance. Like in terms of like a Coach by Men. It's not as sweet as that one, but it's like an Irish type vibe of it. It reminds me a little bit of that. And they Coach, if you don't have that, get your hands on that. Great fragrance. I think I'd rather that, but this right here, it is good. It's better than I thought. I kind of killed it in my first impressions. I was like, man, if I was in Sephora and they gave me this sample, I wouldn't even want to take this home with me and stuff. I was kind of harsh with it, but I had a feeling that it might change up with a full living with it, and I'm glad that I didn't have that as my main thoughts of the fragrance, because it is pretty good, man. Like, I will be wearing this. I will come back to this and wear this on, I ain't gonna say on the regular, because I got a 10 milliliter bottle, so I will use that faintly. But now I have 3 different Creed fragrances in decants and stuff, so I'ma alternate those. I don't want to waste them, but I will be going into them and using them. Really like the fragrance, man. I would give it like I don't really use number things in rating my fragrances or something, but I would give it like a 3.5 out of 5. It's like in those terms, but it's real good. Is it worth the price point? No, I'm cheap, so I don't think nothing is worth like $500 and stuff for a big bottle. I don't know if that's that, but the usual Creed fragrances and stuff, that stuff is in that price point. But like $200, $300, $400. That's way too much. Like if Creed Green Irish Tweed was in the $100 range, maybe $150 for a 50 milliliter or 100 milliliter or something like that, maybe I can justify it. But like being like in the $500, $300 something range, no. Maybe find some clones of it if you want a big bottle. But if you want the genuine article, I would say go the decant route. See if this is for you. This might not be for everybody. Well, everything isn't for everybody, but this isn't for the masses. But are you going to get all kind of compliments? Is that girl going to give you that number and stuff? Maybe not. But if you walk into a job interview with this, will they hire you? Maybe so. They go, oh, he has a clean smell to him. It's not overbearing. It's fresh. So it's that kind of fragrance right there. But let me not be too long-winded. You know how I do. What are your suggestions for my next pickups or whatever? Something I don't have. I think I'm gonna go through my collection and name like what I like and stuff. Somebody asked me, should I do like a top 5 like spring and stuff. I'm not a fragrance specialist or anything like that, so I can't tell you this is the best. But I can give you things that I have in my collection, but I don't think my collection is at that large for me to give a proper assessment of stuff. Like I still want to grow my collection more before I really give like a list of things. But I might do a list of like my favorite ones in my collection, period. But for me to give you like seasonal things, I don't want to say that. That's like saying what's the top NBA players, but I can only name the Knicks. That's how I look at that. But like, comment, subscribe, gonna be the greatest of the most hated. Holla at your boy. Peace out.